Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the academic procession.
Good morning. I declare this degree, congregation and awards ceremony open. Please be seated. It's wonderful to see you all here today as we celebrate the achievements of this graduating cohort. We are very proud of all that they have achieved. I am Professor Paul Morgan, the University's Pro Vice-Chancellor Student Experience, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today. Firstly, I would like to thank the Royal Air Force Music Services for the piece of music you heard during this procession, and that you'll also hear later as we process out. These pieces were especially written and recorded for the University by the Royal Air Force Band. Before we begin, I'd just like to do some introductions. We are joined on the stage today by a number of colleagues. At the centre of the stage is Professor Nick Braisby, the University's Vice-Chancellor, and to his right is Maggie Galliers, our Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the University Council and the University's governing body. And to the Vice-Chancellor's left is Professor Rachel Cragg, the Senior Pro-Vice-Chancellor. Closer to me, we have Trevor Gabriel, a member of the University Executive Team, Emily Crawshaw from our Students' Union, and Council member Anna Crabtree. At the end of the row, we have Professor Ricardo Kine, Head of School for Healthcare and Social Work, Professor Karen Backwell-Nutt, Director of the Institute of Health and Social Care, Dr. Russell Stone, and Andrew Smith, who will be receiving an honorary doctorate later in the ceremony. The remaining members of the Platform Party are members of staff from the School of Business of Law and the School of Healthcare and Social Work. Now, we do want this to be a family occasion, and we do recognise that it can be a bit hard going for some of the younger members of our audience. Parents and carers, please do not worry if youngsters choose to participate. After all, they are our students of the future. I would now like to invite Maggie Galliers, Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the University Council, to say a few words to welcome you to this degree, congregation and awards ceremony.
Honoured guests, graduands, family and friends, I'm delighted as Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the University Council to welcome you to this wonderful milestone in BNU's calendar as we celebrate the achievements of our students. During this special and important week for our university community, more than 2,500 graduands will be awarded their degrees and qualifications. And I cannot let this opportunity go by without saying how proud of you we all are, how we applaud the way you have overcome obstacles and been resilient at a particularly challenging time for the world. You have done something that not everyone can do, and I know that you won't stop here, but you'll go on learning and will continue to make a positive impact in the world, in your work, within your family, and in wider society. I'm also very aware that on such an exciting day, it is not only our graduands who deserve recognition. Alongside them, I pay tribute to the friends, family, and university staff who have done so much to ensure that they have had the skills, confidence, and opportunity to succeed. This is, of course, a time for us to celebrate all that our students have achieved. But it's also a time to wish them well as they embark on the next stage of their lives. This is not the full stop at the end of a book. It is the start of a new chapter. In a fast-changing environment, BNU has prepared them to embrace new challenges and opportunities, and we look forward to hearing about what their future brings. Shortly, I will have the chance to congratulate each of this year's graduands as they cross the platform, and that for me is both a privilege and a real pleasure. I hope that, like me, you will all enjoy the ceremony and that I have a chance to meet at least some of you as we continue to celebrate throughout the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's now my great pleasure to introduce the university's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Nick Braisby.
Thank you very much, Paul. Let me begin by offering my sincere and heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates. Today we are enormously proud to celebrate your achievements and offer you our very, very best wishes for the future. And I hope you'll approach the next exciting phase of your lives with the confidence that your dedicated study means you have the knowledge, the skills, and the understanding to help make a real difference to society. On the way, you've worked hard, you've overcome many challenges, and you have now achieved success. And you will have benefited from the support of many people in helping you reach your goals, people who have been there for you when you needed them. As Oprah Winfrey once said, lots of people want to ride with you in the limo. What you want is someone who'll take the bus with you when the limo breaks down. So, to say thank you to those who rode the bus with you, first, I would like to pay a heartfelt tribute to all of the staff of the university. I know that they always go the extra mile for their students, work tirelessly to support them and ensure their success. And they have risen superbly to the task, despite the additional challenges of the last couple of years. Can I ask you all to join me now in sincerely thanking the staff of the university? Thank you. But you could not have succeeded either without the support of your friends, your family and loved ones. So, without losing your hats, can I please ask all the graduates to stand up? Well done. To turn around and find those in the audience whose love and support has helped you succeed. Give them a huge cheer and a round of applause. That was, I think, a Tuesday morning cheer. Could you try again? Let's make a lot more noise this time. Okay, thank you very much. Please have a seat. Now, research has shown that as graduands, you will have a great deal to be thankful for. Believe it or not, you will be healthier than non-graduates. You will smoke less. Apparently, you will drink less. Not today. You will be more satisfied with your life. You will be more tolerant and trusting of others, and you'll be more likely to vote. And if you have children, they will be better educated. And of course, you will earn more than non-graduates, and you will live longer than non-graduates, which also means you will pay more tax than non-graduates. Now, the university strives always to do the right thing by our students, our staff, and our communities. But our society faces many challenges, especially continuing and often increasing inequality. Inequality challenges us all. Perhaps it is the defining challenge of our time. And as Martin Luther King said, our ultimate measure is not where we stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where we stand at times of challenge and controversy. 70 years ago, in 1952, the world faced a choice, whether or not to respect the identity of sexual minorities. That year, the American Psychiatric Association published its first manual of mental disorders. It classified being gay as a sociopathic personality disturbance. In the UK in 1957, the Wolfenden Report was published, commissioned some years earlier on the premise that being gay could not be regarded as an illness. However enlightened this view may have seemed at the time, it took a further 10 years before the government of the day implemented the Wolfenden Report's recommendations. And it was not until 1973 that the American Psychiatric Association voted that being gay was not a mental disorder after all. Even then, 40% of their members voted that it was. I came out as gay in 1989 when I was 24, having spent my childhood and adolescence being aware of my difference, but being unable to accept it. I spent many years in turmoil, wrestling with my identity, hoping to square the circle of accepting I was gay whilst rejecting all that society said was bad about me. Of course, that turmoil ended when I finally accepted being gay and recognized that the many stereotypes of LGBTQ plus people were false, damaging, and wrong. So I warmly welcome the progress that has been made since 1952. It's right, for example, my husband and I are no longer considered mentally ill simply because of who we are. But I also know from my own personal experience, there is still an enormous amount of progress yet to be made. I lament the plight of members of the trans community, some of the bravest people I have ever met, with much current discourse marginalizing this marginalized community still further. And across the globe, according to Human Rights Watch, at least 69 countries have laws criminalizing same-sex relations, and at least 9 criminalize forms of gender expression that target transgender and gender non-conforming people, with sentences ranging from fines to life imprisonment and even the death penalty. Now, you might ask why a university vice-chancellor would be so worried about challenges such as these. There are many voices in the media that claim universities are subject to woke obsessions. While I often find those discussions remarkably simplistic, I think it is important that universities rise to the challenge, that they explain why they do what they do, and why they care about the things they care about. Universities are institutions of learning in which we strive always to better understand the human, social, and natural world in which we live. We are focused on uncovering truth and developing knowledge, in applying reason and logic, and in seeking evidence that will confirm or refute standpoints. But truth does not come only from certain kinds of people. It does not come only from the wealthy or only from the poor. It does not respect social class, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, age, or disability. We must look for and prize insight and understanding wherever they may be found. So it is because universities care passionately about advancing human knowledge, about finding solutions to our deepest questions and challenges, that we encourage everyone, regardless of background, to achieve their full potential. Let me give you, let me give you an example of a little boy, Arthur, who wanted to be an engineer. He was born in St. Lucia in 1915 to George and Ida Lewis, both school teachers who had moved from St. Lucia to Antigua. Moved to St. Lucia from Antigua some years earlier. Now, as a young boy, Arthur suffered illness and for some months was schooled at home by his father. But sadly, at the age of 7, his father George died, leaving Ida to raise their 5 children alone. Arthur was enormously gifted, so much so that when he returned to school, he was placed in a class 2 years ahead. At the age of 14, he left school to work as a clerk, though he hoped one day to take his university entrance exam, and at the age of 17, he succeeded, winning a scholarship to attend the London School of Economics, the first black student ever to do so. But Arthur didn't know what to study. As he said, the British government imposed a colour bar in its colonies, so young blacks went in only for law or medicine, where they could make a living without government support. I wanted to be an engineer, but this seemed pointless, since neither the government nor the white firms would employ a black engineer. Well, and then won a further scholarship to take his PhD. And then in 1938, he was given his first 1-year teaching job. Even then, Arthur's teaching was restricted because of the fear that students would not wish to be taught by a black member of staff. In fact, Arthur recounted being subjected to all the usual disabilities: refusal of accommodation, denial of jobs for which he had been recommended, generalized discourtesy, and the rest. Despite all the challenges he faced, all the reasons he might not have succeeded, Arthur Lewis was an enormous success. He became Britain's first black lecturer, and then its first black professor. He went on to work for the United Nations. He advised both African and Caribbean governments. He became the first Vice-Chancellor of the University of the West Indies. In 1963, he was knighted by Her Majesty the Queen. He was the first black person ever to hold a full professorship at Princeton. And in 1979, he became the first black recipient of a Nobel Prize for Economics. In fact, the first Nobel Prize awarded to a black recipient outside of the disciplines of peace or literature. When I think of the example of Arthur Lewis, I see the fulfillment of extraordinary potential. But how easily it could have been otherwise. Had he set his sights lower? Had he not worked so hard or been so determined? Had he succumbed to the racism of the day? Had universities, such as LSE and Manchester, failed to overcome their own institutional racism? How different his life could have been, and how easily the world could have been denied the benefit of his wisdom and insight, perhaps never to learn from the famous Lewis model of developing economies. Arthur himself was said to have been enamored with education, believing it was the way in which individuals and societies could realize their ambitions. I wholeheartedly agree. It is perhaps the abiding and unshakable belief of all who work in universities. So for me, as a university leader, addressing deep inequalities is not a woke obsession, but a requirement for ensuring our society develops the best possible understanding of the world in which we live, so that we can collectively address our most serious and pressing challenges. Arthur rose to overcome his challenges, and universities will do the same. But I say to you all, graduates and guests, friends and supporters, universities need your help in doing so. Never in my lifetime have I known so many prominent voices express such hostility towards the values of higher education and towards individual universities. This discourse can only serve falsely to erode confidence in our public universities and threaten to undermine the good work that we do. The university's governing body, the staff of the university, and myself work tirelessly on behalf of you all, aiming to enrich society by adding to the stock of human knowledge and experience and enabling our students to reach their full potential. So I respectfully ask that when you hear unfair criticism of universities, please challenge it. Tell people of some of the wonderful things happening every day in our universities. And I hope you will support us too by continuing to engage with us and our work. Now to our graduands, I hope that in the next stage of your journeys, you will go forward with a deep sense of optimism, that the challenges you will face, perhaps including the ones I have mentioned, can indeed be overcome. It will take hard work and determination. There may be people who do not expect or want you to succeed. But one thing is sure, you can be confident. You have the knowledge, the skills, and the understanding, as well as the tenacity and determination to rise to these challenges and defend the values that have enabled you to succeed. As the Dalai Lama has said, with realization of one's own potential and self-confidence in one's ability, one can build a better world. Now, the university is highly skilled at rising to the challenges it faces, and today we celebrate many successes we've enjoyed over the past year. We were delighted to achieve a top 5 position among all UK universities in the country for student satisfaction, and to rank first in the UK for satisfaction amongst our postgraduate research students. We improved our performance in the latest Research Excellence Framework, 44% of our research being judged world-leading or internationally excellent. We experienced our 3rd consecutive rise in the Guardian University Guide, having climbed 44 places to our highest ever ranking of 77th. And we also climbed 43 places to rank 11th in What Uni's University of the Year. This year, we again achieved a gold CSR accreditation in a national scheme which recognises sustainable and ethical businesses, and we were nominated for a prestigious Green Gown Award for student engagement. We won capital funding of £2 million from the Office for Students to help develop allied health through the university's Institute for Health and Social Care. And we continued to play our part in addressing the challenge of inequality. We became one of only 20 UK universities to pledge to develop a Student Futures Manifesto, responding to issues caused by the pandemic. We were the first university to sign up to the government-sponsored scheme to prevent the inappropriate use of non-disclosure agreements. We extended the Gypsy, Roma, Traveller, Showman and Boater into higher education pledge that we created, adapting it so it can be used in schools. We introduced new scholarships to provide financial support and a place of safety for asylum seekers and refugees. And we became one of only a handful of universities formally to adopt the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Gypsyism and anti-Roma discrimination. And we proudly announced that we had signed the Nature Positive Universities Pledge, becoming one of that scheme's founding university members. And finally, in May of this year, as you may have heard, we announced that this week we would be appointing Jay Blades as the university's very first Chancellor. In the past year, The schools of Business and Law and Healthcare and Social Work have also achieved some striking successes. The School of Business and Law was successful in winning funding for a knowledge transfer partnership, obtaining approximately £150,000 of funding for a 2-year project in association with Oasis Partnership. The school was also successful in offering its Chartered Management degree apprenticeship, creating a prestigious new partnership with British Airways. And the head of law was appointed a non-residential Fellow of Technology and Human Rights at Harvard University. And she was also nominated by the African Union Commission and the United States Department of Justice as a delegate to the United Nations Ad Hoc Committee on Countering the Use of Information and Communications Technologies for Criminal Purposes. The School of Healthcare and Social Work also achieved many notable successes. The school also obtained grants totaling in excess of £185,000 from Health Education England. It created a new undergraduate programme in physiotherapy, and in conjunction with our colleagues at Buckinghamshire Council, a new approved mental health practitioner programme. And finally, we were very proud of the school's work on social work, where we saw students on the social work apprenticeship performing extremely strongly in the National Student Survey, giving the course a perfect score of 100% satisfaction. And students completed their apprenticeship programme with a 100% success rate. Now, the school and the university will continue to enjoy many successes in the years to come, and we will always strive to do the right thing by our students, our staff, and our communities. And as we rise to our challenges, you can be sure that you have every warm wish, support, and encouragement from this university in meeting the challenges that you will face. Your involvement with the university does not stop. You are members of the BNU family, and we hope you will remain active in our alumni association and consider coming back to study with us once again. It only remains for me to offer you again my sincerest and most heartfelt congratulations. Very, very well done.
Thank you, Nick. We've now arrived at the part of the ceremony you have been waiting for, where we confer awards on our graduating students. You will enter the stage to my left as graduands. You will then walk across the stage and shake hands or doff your hat, whichever you feel more comfortable doing, to the Pro-Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor, and exit on this side as graduates. While you do this, the audience will clap and cheer as we celebrate your achievements. The Head of School for Healthcare and Social Work, Professor Ricardo Kine, will now present graduands from programmes in the schools of Business and Law and Healthcare and Social Work.
Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, I present to you in persons here today and those graduating in absentia to be admitted to the degrees of Master of Science, Master of Arts, Postgraduate Diploma, Postgraduate Certificate, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Foundation Degree, Diploma of Higher Education, and Certificate of Higher Education. For the International Masters of Business Administration, Natasha Andrews. Marta Gabowska. Kira Graham. Isolette Mutua. Suven Nayak. The Master of Arts, Human Resource Management, Tisha Barty. Penny Bradshaw. Louise Hartley. Joaquim Souza Fernandez. For the Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, Megan Charlton. Seb Gebski. David Howard. Adam Hussain. Katie Jedrek. Sadia Khalid. Abdul Aziz Mohammed. Abhishek Moore. Vicky Portsmore. For the Bachelor of Arts in Business and Human Resource Management, Hassan Ali. Tasnim Islam. The Bachelor of Arts in Business Management, Sasha Ajimang. Haroon Ayub. Sajida Helmi El Harasha. Aisha Amon. Aliyah Beam. Ronia Durosha. Andrea Conchequa Ribeiro Marquez da Costa. Apologies. Verinda Barrage. Manuel Marquez de Freitas. Katharina Fenkner. Stella Mateus Garcia. Sarah Mahboob. Roberto Maridi. Amy Mackenzie. Ikra Munsaf. Ellie Louise Pryor. Dominique Roldan. Natalia Skarbek-Chalowska. Also awarded with the prize for Best Overall Performance in the School, Francesca Toms. Bachelor of Law, Alicia Ali. Kaisha Bamba. Ellen Forster Wilkins. Alisha Haider. Isha Huliat. Muhammad Mahbub. Theophilus Mukamuri. Amrose Shah. The Bachelor of Arts in Marketing, Aisha Dada. Louis Gom. The Bachelor of Arts in Sports and Business Management, Alexandru Angel. Joshua Newman. Brady Parks. Jack Taylor. The Master of Science, Advanced Clinical Practitioner, Noel Andres. Ania K. Elizondo. Akila James. Kushbu Kanani Babani. Daniel Lake. Simi Paul. Jessica Peterson. Otto Shalowski. Mayuri Summers. The Master of Science, Child Protection and Adult Safeguarding, Aderonki Ashuri. Sithembili Zingay. Jenny Thompson. Tracy Woolston. Charity Zunda. The Master of Science Community Healthcare Practice, Dorinda Osai. With a postgraduate certificate, General Practice Nursing, Adiola Ogun. The postgraduate certificate, Non-Medical Prescribing, Asha Faldu. Teresa Murray. Pradnaya Swaminathan. The Master of Science, Professional Practice in Healthcare, Jimmy Semelane. May Goliath. Katie Langley. The Master of Science, Professional Practice in Nursing, Rose Capitan. The Master of Science Social Work, Imogen Box. Sophie Evans. Rebecca Gwaliwa. Lucy Mayner. Hasia Mohammed. Elizabeth Ndweri. Marvis Nduluvu. Joseph Omari. Catherine Putman. Tende Shamu. Milka Sithal. Monsuratu Tijani. Elfreda Yemo. The postgraduate diploma, Specialist Community Public Health Nursing, Hannah Gold. Kirsty Harris. Anissa Hersey. Also awarded the Dora Rowlands Prize for Health Visiting, Jessica Wharton. Laura Woods. For the postgraduate diploma, Specialist Practitioner Qualification, District Nursing, Penuel Arza. Natalie Bainey. Janine Cross. Sarah Dunk. Kay Myers-Allett. Keddy Turk. For the postgraduate diploma, Specialist Practitioner Qualification, Community Children's Nursing, Oliver Dixon. The Master of Science in Advanced Clinical Practitioner, Titus Chelapurath. This concludes the first half of the presentation of awards.
Congratulations, everyone who has crossed the stage so far to become a BNU graduate. We are now going to pause the Student Awards for a moment to present our honorary award, and I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Russell Stone, Head of School for Creative and Digital Industries, to introduce the recipient.
Andrew Smith left school at 16 and began working for the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Food. However, an interest in politics led to a career change as a political researcher in a public affairs consultancy, and Andrew subsequently stood twice for election as a Member of Parliament in the Cynon Valley constituency in South Wales. Following these two attempts, Andrew set up a communications agency, the Policy Partnership, who were appointed to advise Pinewood and Shepton Studios about a new film tax relief the government was considering. In 2008, Andrew left the policy partnership and joined the Pinewood Studios Group as Corporate Affairs Director. Synonymous with world-class British and international productions, the Pinewood Studios Group is home to some of the most successful feature films and TV shows of all time, including James Bond and Star Wars. As Director of Corporate Affairs, Andrew has been instrumental in the development of the Pinewood and Shepperton Studios sites, the international reputation of the studio, and in particular in developing with government public policy which has resulted in the UK becoming the destination of choice for the greatest filmmakers in the world. Last year saw the highest ever levels of production spend in the UK for film and high-end TV of £5.6 billion. Andrew has a national and international profile and reputation in the film and TV industries. Andrew is a member of BAFTA, the British Film Commission Advisory Board, the British Screen Forum, the Department of International Trade Creative Industries Trade Advisory Group, and the Governor of the British Film Institute, the BFI. In June 2021, Andrew was made a Deputy Lieutenant of Buckinghamshire, and in January 2022 was awarded an OBE in the Queen's 2022 New Year's Honours for services to business and the British film industry. This was largely due to Andrew's leadership in retraining many people from the aviation sector who had been furloughed in the pandemic to jobs in the film industry, an initiative called Screen to Skills Aviation. Andrew is also chair of the Buckinghamshire Local Enterprise Partnership, also known as the LEP. This local enterprise is a business-led partnership of equals between local government and the private sector, building the conditions for sustainable economic growth in Buckinghamshire. As chair, Andrew was instrumental in the Bucks LEP investing £1.64 million of local growth funding for the creation of BNU's teaching facilities at Pinewood Studios for our animation, film and TV students. Many graduands for this week will have enjoyed studying at these facilities and are grateful, as we all are, for Andrew's support to complete this exciting initiative that will bear fruit for years to come. A recent report from the BFI highlighted that due to continued growth in film and high-end TV production, the UK will need 20,000 additional full-time equivalent employees by 2025. This undoubtedly represents an exciting opportunity for many of our graduates, but also represents a challenge to universities to help train the future workforce to meet that demand. In his senior role at Pinewood Studios, and as chair of the Buckinghamshire LEP Board and board member of the Buckinghamshire Council's Growth Board, Andrew interacts regularly with BNU. Therefore, I am confident that with Andrew's continued support and guidance, BNU will continue to develop courses and curricula that will meet the skills needed in the booming film and high-end TV industry, thus ensuring that our graduates are work-ready and highly employable. Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, I'm delighted to present to you Andrew Smith for the award of Honorary Doctor of the University.
Well, gosh. Well, thank you very, very much for your kind words, Dr. Stone. I am really most grateful to Buckinghamshire New University for the award of Honorary Doctorate. Never, ever, ever in my wildest dreams did I ever imagine this would be a possibility. The notion of university wasn't ever mentioned at the secondary modern school that I attended. Our futures were shaped by a 15-minute conversation with a career advisor. In my case, it was the PE teacher. And I wasn't even very good at sport. And a career in those days meant a trade, not a degree. My school reports were fairly consistent, though. They always contained the words, talks too much, another year of talking too much, not paying attention, leading to the final school report when I left school at 16, which predicted a future in a shop selling bathroom equipment, or indeed a politician. So my PE teacher did have something right. But despite irritating my teachers and my incessant chatting, and perhaps distracting my fellow friends and students, I've come to believe, and a firm believer, that talking is a good thing. It forms connections, conveys, sparks ideas, creates different perspectives, and leads to new discoveries. Yes, we can all use Zoom and Teams, and indeed they have their advantages, but it is much more fulfilling to meet people in person. Those of us, like me, perhaps on the mature side, will recall the late Bob Hoskins in the BT advertising campaign, "It's good to talk." It is really good to talk. We spend 40 to 50 years of our lives working. At the start of your career, that must seem a rather daunting thought. But it doesn't have to be. Don't get trapped in a job to which you cannot give your all. A job that doesn't satisfy you. There will be a lucky few amongst you that will go straight into that job that you've suited for. But for others, and I guess for most of you, finding that right career will take time. However, time is something you have on your side, and changing jobs and careers is not just common, but almost a requirement before you find that proper job. The right job may be the one that you didn't study for, but don't let that deter you. There is nothing wrong in changing course. In fact, I'm sure that there are many in this audience today who have done just that. Find that job that makes you want to leap out of bed in the morning. You know, a job that you have a passion for. And yes, they do exist. I know I'm very, very fortunate because I have one. As I drive through those gates of Pinewood Studios every morning, it's like drinking a sunshine, adrenaline-infused smoothie. Now, what more could you want? Pinewood Studios, the home to James Bond, to Star Wars, the British film industry, and all here in Buckinghamshire. During those dark early days of COVID pandemic, when uncertainty and fear reigned supreme, today must have seemed a very long way off. But you did it. You rose to the challenges of the pandemic. So, I would like to add my congratulations to all who are graduating today. Be proud of your achievements, and I wish every one of you every success in the future.
Andrew, thank you so much for those inspiring words. We are now going to present the award of the most inspiring tutor in the School of Business and Law and the School of Healthcare and Social Work. I invite the head of school, Professor Ricardo Kine, to announce the name. When they do, could the member of staff please come forward to receive the award?
The Most Inspiring Tutor Award is made to the academic member of staff who has motivated students to be successful in their studies. The students here today have submitted nominations for the Most Inspiring Tutor, and the award is made on the basis of the recommendations. Comments made by students about today's winner from the School of Healthcare and Social Work include: this subject of study can be very challenging. This tutor is fair and straight to the point and makes the learning process easy and accessible to all. motivating students in the process. Also, this person was an amazing tutor for our group, always willing to listen, help, whether it was about our studies or mental health. We could not have got through it without them. Vice-Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, I'm very pleased to present to you for the award of Most Inspiring Tutor, Joe Edwards. Comments made by students about today's winner from the School of Business and Law include, this person has been a kind but tough tutor in just the right combination. They've inspired me to follow a long-held dream and provide coaching and support to do so. I can truly say they have changed the course of my life. Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, unfortunately, the recipient of this award was not able to be here with us today. However, we will ensure they receive the award at the first available opportunity. I am pleased to announce the award of the Most Inspiring Tutor goes to Pia Carnegie.
Congratulations, Joe and Pia. We now return to the part of the ceremony where we confer awards on our graduating students. The Head of School for Healthcare and Social Work will now continue with the presentation of graduands.
For Foundation Degree Arts, Health and Social Care, Diana Angelova. Natalia Kotovici. Rumaseya Jawad. Morufat Kajore. Sonia Pap. Kia Shah. Zainab Zaman. The Bachelor of Arts in Integrated Health and Social Care, Selina Asima. Uneka Kato. Clary Francis. Kaida Gums. Bishul Garang. Wadzane Makuro. Florence M. Kwazalamba. Olawalu Mustafa. Nobakosi Nkosi. Celeste Neone. Comfort Osso. Natalie Rodriguez Marquez. Kazim Sani. Patricia Samwanza. Ross Centerford. The Bachelor of Science in Professional Practice, Nerissa Alcantara. Marlon Allegetta. Nadine Clark. Neil Dolphin. Joyce Gogwe. Danielle Hedges. Gintz Paul. Tina Sharma. James Slade. Helen Uday. The Bachelor of Science in Social Work, Ursula Arma Rodriguez. Christine Alexandru. Jasmine Bibi. Charlene Birch. Yvette Booty. Lois Bray. Rudo Charuka. Onika Chirata. Sophie Cook. Anjali Dokia. Jamie Francis. Trina Hall. Arida Castrati. Michael Masangu. Sarah Ann Marie Smith. Marceline Norman. Rachel O'Loughlin. Prudence Kanundai Sithal. Harriet Turner. Ellie Webb. Neela Yassin. For the Bachelor of Science in Social Work Apprenticeship, Rebecca Farrow Heap. Joshua Ferguson. Elaine Harney. Rachel Hepburn. Joan Namukasa. Oh, Kenny Parker. Susan Partridge. Philippa Peters-Weir. Mina Rathod. Tanya Snooks. Edna Steele. Leudmila Trivet. The Bachelor of Science in Specialist Practitioner Qualification, District Nursing, Nike Agbola. Dawn Cleaton. Jane Hill. Hamanatu Kamara. Mariah Kingsley. Alex Lynch. Jonathan Reed. The Master of Science Osteopathy delivered at the Institute Superiore di Osteopathia. Simone Balocchi. Stefano Berata. Alessandro Bertolini. Pietro Biava. Georgia Guida. Matea Malson. Alessandro Merle. Martina Nagy. Lisa Ravasio. Elisabetta Tamagini. The Bachelor of Arts in Business Management delivered at Magna Carta, Ryan Hassan Dalawi. Abdullahi Mohammed. The Bachelor of Arts in Business Management delivered at Oxford Business College, Ali Amiri Kashani. Nishantha Arandara. Gansharosh Boyd. Chanapon Limisirfan. Sandeya Palek KD Vijayanawardana. Mahela Pawn. The Bachelor of Science in Computing, Abdul Hadi. The Bachelor of Arts in Business and Finance, Danielle Hawkins. The Bachelor of Arts in Business Management, Frenchie Bardi. Loic Fowler. Chantel Lloyd. Marnie Morgan Cheney. The Master of Science in Social Work, Oliken Akinseti. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Practitioner Qualification, Community Children's Nursing, Laura Smith. The Bachelor of Science in Professional Practice, Bertuken Tefastion. The Bachelor of Science in Social Work Apprenticeship, Michelle Cameron. For the MSc Child Protection and Adult Safeguarding, Nezreem El-Khagli. For the BA Business Management Top-Up, Arshath Maroof. Ashfika Kabir. For the MSc Advanced Clinical Practitioner, Emil Elias. For the Grad Certificate in Non-Medical Prescribing, Constance Ndeluvu. For the BA Honours in Business Management, Sumaya Rahim. For the BA Integrated Health and Social Care, Maria Raquez. For the MSc in Osteopathy, Marta Machis. For the Master of Science in Osteopathy, Martina Prezi. For the Master of Science Osteopathy, Vasco Kacha. For the MSc in Osteopathy, Roxana Fard. For the Master of Science in Osteopathy, Samantha Petriani. For the Master of Science Osteopathy, Federica Cucacciani. For the BA Honours Business Management, Maxime Jelly. For the BSc Social Work, Neil Mitchell. For the BA Business Management Top-Up, Nazreen Findley. For the Master of Science Advanced Clinical Practitioner, Huda Gitami. For the BA Business Management Top-Up, Nalim Singh. For the BA Honours Business Management Top-Up, Taiwo Michael Aniwuyi. Finally, Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present you the student of the university who has received the award of Master of Philosophy of Coventry University for the research into carbon storage in kitchen furniture, a lifespan analysis from forest products to people's attitudes. Constanta Camilla Marinu. I'm pleased to also present to you the student of the university who has received the award of Professional Doctorate in Education of Coventry University for the research into undergraduate therapeutic radiography, perceptions on curricular delivery and preparedness for practice using an appreciative inquiry approach. Sue Murray. This concludes the presentation of awards.
I'm now delighted to introduce the graduates nominated by the university to speak on behalf of you all. Please welcome Vicky Portsmore and Lois Bray.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my fellow graduates, I give our sincere thanks to Professor Nick Braisby for receiving the graduates of the School of Business and Law. I thank our head of school, lecturers, dissertation supervisors, and all the school's supporting staff who have worked tirelessly to give us every opportunity to succeed. I'm graduating from BNU with a degree in accounting and finance, so standing up here in front of you all doesn't align with my introverted nature. However, I could not pass up the opportunity to speak on behalf of my fellow graduates and acknowledge the pride and sense of achievement that should be felt by everyone here today. Going to university isn't just about getting a job at the end, it's also about the skills and experiences acquired along the way. Each of us now possess attributes that will support us through our lives, and I'm sure everyone here has their own unique story to tell of how they got there. My story at BNU started with a hard lesson in adjusting to university life, as I was suddenly a very small fish in a very big pond. My adjustment was huge, and it involved daily tearful phone calls home asking to be picked up. But I can't thank them enough for refusing these requests, otherwise I wouldn't be able to stand here today. I'm sure my fellow graduates will share my gratitude in having experienced it all here at BNU. Whether you came here straight from school or your path to university looked a little different, BNU somehow ensured that we all felt like the same size fish swimming in the same size pond. I'm also grateful today for the work of the Students' Union and other student services, who provided us with opportunities to make friends, join clubs, and participate in societies. For many, the hardest part will be trying to fit them all in. When you leave your parents' house to go to university, there's comfort in knowing that you always have a home to return to no matter what. Leaving BNU has had the same feeling. It will be our forever High Wycombe home that we can always return to, no matter what. Thank you.
Good morning, Vice-Chancellor and everybody here today. On behalf of my fellow graduands, I give our sincere thanks to Professor Nick Braisby for receiving the graduates of the School of Healthcare and Social Work. We are proud and fortunate to be here today to celebrate the goal we have strived for since beginning our studies at BNU. We would like to thank our head of school, lecturers, dissertation supervisors, tutors, and supporting staff for their encouragement, motivation, inspiration, and guidance. Your support has been invaluable, and it has made it possible for all of us to be here today. I'm sure my fellow graduands will agree that BNU is truly a diverse and welcoming place where you can express your individualism and be free to be yourself. Thank you, BNU and Buck Students' Union, for creating an environment where we can all thrive. For many of us, the highlight of our time at BNU will be the relationships we've made along the way. Not only have we made friendships that will last a lifetime, but we've also formed relationships with some incredible lecturers who have provided unwavering support throughout our time at BNU, including through some challenging times. For us, COVID presented a great challenge. Some students isolated alone in accommodation, others, including lecturers, had to balance caring commitments with online lectures. However, lecturers and students quickly came together to support one another, particularly with a new virtual way of working, and made it through the lockdowns together. I don't think any of us could have imagined how dramatically everything could change, but I believe everything we've worked through has brought us closer together as cohorts and given us a unique resilience that will serve us well in the working world. We can all be proud of what we have accomplished throughout our time at BNU and look forward to new and exciting challenges ahead. Of course, we are not alone in celebrating today, and on behalf of the student community, I would like to congratulate Andrew Smith on his honorary award. Thank you all.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my fellow graduates, I give our sincere thanks to Professor Nick Braisby for receiving the graduates of the School of Business and Law. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Nothing in the world is worth having or doing unless it means effort, pain, and difficulty." Our time here at BNU has been unique. From a normal start to having all our classes and exams online, something none of us ever envisioned. COVID-19 and the lockdown stretched us like no other cohort. Balancing our lives and everyday pressures proved challenging. We learned to manage change and learned that life needs flexibility compromise, positivity, and tenacity. For some, our final exams were the very first in person of our entire studies. The pressure was enormous. Yet here we are. We should be so proud of ourselves and each other. If you haven't done so already, take a moment to look at the person next to you and congratulate them. BNU has a diverse and enabling environment that encourages success. The extracurricular activities provided by the Students' Union allowed us to network and build relationships outside the classroom. We have had some of the best lecturers who have been supportive and encouraging every step of the way. Those who studied law will be familiar with the names Nena, Jenny, Navid, the icebreaker, who always lightened the mood. Zev, the upcoming song artist who composed the unreleased BNU Trooper song. We might just hear of him one day on Britain's Got Talent. Salim, Obi, and Emilia. We all have something we learned from our lectures, inside and outside the classroom. Personally, I would not be standing here today if it were not for God, my wonderful family, and I hope that I have made my late father proud. Thank you. Thank you once more to the Vice-Chancellor for receiving these graduates, and to everyone at BNU for all you have done to help us succeed. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much to you all for those very, very inspiring speeches on behalf of your fellow students. Many congratulations and very well done to you all for graduating today. You did it. Having achieved your award, you now have your careers and many exciting new opportunities ahead of you. We wish you every success in everything you do, and in the months and years ahead, I hope that you will always carry fond memories about your time here at Buckinghamshire University. Before I finally close, let's plan our exit strategy. Graduates and their guests are invited for refreshments and to celebrate further at the university's campus. In a moment, the platform party will process out of the theatre, followed by the graduates. We request that you remain in the auditorium until the students have all filed out. On leaving the theatre, we encourage you to use all of the available exits, and please meet up with the graduates back at the campus as we celebrate their achievements. As you leave the theatre, university colleagues will be on hand to direct you. But first, let's raise the roof with a final round of applause to congratulate our graduates. Wasn't bad, but I think you could probably do better. Let's really raise the roof this time. Fantastic. I now declare this degree, congregation and award ceremony closed. Please stand until the graduation procession and all the graduates have left the auditorium. and enjoy the rest of this special day.